I like that thought, though. I do like that thought, the idea that there are different universes where our moments are played out. I think it gives me comfort in this universe when I mess something up. Last year, I had to face my biggest fear in the world. My biggest fear in the world is public nudity. I'm fine to just cover this up, and it's fine, but I wear pajamas to bed. I'm 42 years old. I wear pajamas to bed. I'm on a lot of hotels. Anyway, whatever. They're Batman pajamas. I wear Batman pajamas to bed that my mum bought me for Christmas, and I love them. They're my favourite PJs. And I was in London, and I had jet lag, but the only bonus was that the apartment I was staying in had like a you could go on the roof, and so I would be in the middle of London in my Batman pajamas, like standing on the corner of the building, pretending I was like, anyway, whatever. Let's not get bogged down. I may have occasionally yelled at people, I'm Batman. I don't know. Can't remember. I wear pajamas to bed every night, but one night I did not wear my pajamas to bed. I was in the desert of California doing a week of shows in Silicon Valley. They put us up at a nice boutique hotel, middle of the desert, little swimming pool in the middle, only two kind of like floors of the hotel. I was up on the second floor, brilliant. I go down and do the first night of the show. We have some drinks after the show. We've had such a good time with the staff. And when I get back to the hotel, I'm a little bit tired and a little bit drunk, and I can't find my pajamas. I didn't pack my pajamas. And I'm like, you know what? You're a grown adult. You're 42 years old. You can sleep in bed without pajamas. So I can't, it turns out. I cannot. I can't even make the decision to do it. I ended up having to compromise with myself. Like the first part of my brain was like, you can do this. You're an adult. Go to bed in the nude for once and just be a man. And the other part is I'll meet you halfway. So I kept my singlet on. So I wear a singlet under here, so I kept my singlet on, but I was under here. But I thought, oh, well, that's covering me up here, and then the blankets cover me down here, so I still feel safe. This is fine. Nothing is gonna go wrong. Spoilers, things go wrong. So, first sign that something had gone wrong was when I woke up middle of the night because I'd drunk a little bit. I needed to go to the bathroom, right? And you know that moment where you're not awake enough to be awake, but you need to go to the bathroom. And I made a decision I will regret for the rest of my life. I said, you know what? I'm not going to open my eyes. I can do this. I can just keep my eyes shut, because if I don't open my eyes, I'm still kind of asleep, and I will just find my way to the bathroom. You've stayed in hundreds of hotels, and then you'll go to the bathroom, you'll come back to bed, and you'll go straight back to sleep because you are a sleep ninja. I am not a sleep ninja. The first sign that something had gone terribly wrong was when what I thought was the bathroom door shut way too heavily behind me. Like, you know that dong-dong, like Law and Order was about to start. So, second sign that something was wrong, though, even though I had my eyes shut, there was now a really bright light here that in my mind was spelling, you've really fucked up, dickhead. It's in moments like that you learn something about yourself, and I actually learned something nice about myself in that moment. It turns out I have a specialist set of skills that I did not know that I possessed, because when I am in a moment of absolute embarrassment, my body reacts like Liam Neeson when he finds out his daughter's missing again, right? Before my eyes opened, my hands went down. They grabbed the bottom of my singlet and the back of my singlet and just did this. That happened without me telling my brain to make that happen. It just happened. When I opened my eyes, I looked like a girl in the 80s trying to get her bodysuit back on at a party when she had too many West Coast coolers, and now she's like, why do they put the buttons here? This is a terrible place for the buttons. I look around for a towel or something that I can put over me, but there is nothing, and I realise that I'm about to face my worst nightmare, public nudity, and I have to do something about it, and the only thing I can do about it is get down to the reception area, right? So I go down the stairs and there's no one about, so that's fine, right? To be honest, I probably still don't need to be doing this, but you could imagine it. But it's actually, it's kind of pleasant. I kind of feel tucked in. I don't know why you'd put the buttons there, but apart from that, I get down to the reception area. So the reception area is like a square area, and the door is here, and there's like a desk here, and then there's like a cupboard like with clothes and stuff in it over here, right? And so I get to here, and there are two people in there. There's a receptionist and another customer. It's like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. There should be no one there. This is terrible luck, but I also can't stand outside without my pants on. Luckily for me, they are not looking towards the door. In fact, they're looking at this cupboard in the back because obviously they're looking for a bit of dry cleaning that they can't find. So I decide to take the opportunity while they're not staring at the door to sneak in and lean up against the desk and then just pull myself down at the back, right? I'm covered now. Like, not really, I'm up against the desk, but no one can really see. But the lights are so bright in this room, like so bright. Even the eye of my penis is squinting a little. I've got to... And these guys, like, it was great when they didn't notice me going in, but now that they still haven't noticed me and it's been like 4 minutes, it's creepy. Now I'm just a half nude guy who snuck in like, surprise! So they're arguing about this jacket that they can't find, that it was meant to be dry cleaned or whatever. They can't find this jacket, and this guy's so mad about this jacket. But they look for about like 10 minutes, it's got to be. And I'm like, it just can't be in that cupboard, mate. If you look any further, you are going to find Narnia. Unless your best guess is that Mr. Tumnus has pissed off with your jacket, I believe you've looked enough. Eventually, he's so mad, he storms out. Does not even acknowledge me. One down, one to go. Receptionist turns around, does not know that I'm naked because he only sees me from here. I ask me for his key, he gives me the key. He turns back to look for the dry cleaning. I sneak out of the room. Oh my God. Am I about to face my greatest fear and beat my greatest fear? I run back up the stairs. I get into my room. I get back to bed. And here's the best bit. I go straight to sleep. I am a sleep ninja. I had never felt better about my life, ladies and gentlemen. I had the best week of shows I have ever had in my life because I'd faced my greatest fear and I had beaten it, and now I was unbeatable. On the Sunday when I was checking out, the dude from reception was my guy. How serendipitous that the guy who's given me this great gift is also the guy who I'll be saying goodbye to. And I'm trying to get a rapport going, but he's given me nothing. So finally I play the card. I'm like, oh mate, did that guy ever find his jacket? And he just looks at me and goes, dunno, you ever find your pants? So it turns out they have cameras. And I am on their Christmas tape, so... Wasn't the worst thing that happened to me last year. I almost burnt down an airport. By accident, I need to point that out. It wasn't a terrorist thing, but it was 6 o'clock on a Sunday morning. It was 6 o'clock on a Sunday morning. I had done 2 shows the night before, and I had been drinking at these shows, and I had to catch a plane, and I found myself in an airport lounge alone with a massive, massive hangover. And the only thing that was going to prevent this hangover was some Vegemite on toast. That's what I need in that situation, Vegemite on toast. But ladies and gentlemen, what you don't realise is that standing between me and Vegemite toast was my nemesis. If you do not know what I'm talking about a machine that has no reason to still exist. It is a machine that you only find in school camp situations, airport lounges, or buffet breakfasts. I am talking about that toaster that for some reason is still some medieval grill style. It doesn't look like a toaster. It looks like something they got from Guantanamo Bay that they used to torture tiny terrorists. It makes no sense. And it's either massive or tiny, and it's got buttons and different speeds. And the only thing that all of them have in common is never once has any of them made toast. It's a bloody machines fighting back, isn't it? That's what this is. Oh my God.